X-Files is coming back.
John Malkovich is in Call of Duty now?
And we finally get holograms. We finally get it.
Sort of.
No.
Today is Friday, January 23rd, 2015. Welcome to Pretty Much It.
Hey, guys. Thanks for coming by.
That was
Thank
a very somber intro.
We're professional today.
Pretty much it.
Professionals.
How about we take it down a notch, Jake?
Even less?
And talk about fucking suicide shit squad.
Just suicide?
Suicide Squad.
I mean, if you want to.
Well,
what are you feeling? How do you upset?
Movie news. That's
You know,
what
if
that's
you-
what we're here for.
Oh.
You know, if you Google search suicide, like how to kill yourself, Google will like make a pop-up appear on your computer that says,
Get help immediately.
It's just a laughing face.
yeah, a laughing face and a middle finger saying, "No one will miss you. No one will miss you. In 100 years, everybody you know will be dead."
Yep.
Google's
man,
pretty fucked up like
That's
that.
life.
Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
What about Suicide Squad? Did Batman commit suicide?
Close. So Tom Hardy dropped out.
We know that.
Yep.
Yep.
Jake
Jake
Gyllenhaal
Gyllenhaal
dropped out.
was potentially going to do it, and he dropped out.
So he
only
didn't-
because he's busy. He just started a Broadway show, so he's busy. It wasn't like the quality of it
I don't
or
think
anything.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, I like Jake Gyllenhaal, but I don't think he would have fit.
Oh, you haven't seen him in that new movie then, huh? Where he's jacked out of his mind.
Oh, yeah, that looks
Well, I'm
nuts.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not thinking about Jack. I'm just thinking of a leader of the Suicide Squad.
Uh,
He doesn't strike me as a leader of the suicide
No.
type.
type. Yeah.
But the other thing is, so we don't know what's going on with that. And frankly, I definitely lost a lot of interest when Tom Hardy dropped out because I thought it was a done deal. I thought this movie was done,
Was
and
that-
now it just seems like
now it's like
it
a
just
floating
seems messy.
project
Yup,
still,
all-
yeah.
again.
Now, well, like I said it the same exact thing last week. I think Tom Hardy and I think the big players of this movie. I think when they are dropping in and out, it makes more sense because they are, Tom Hardy could say, "I just got this crazy job, so fuck you. I don't care if I'm breaking my contract."
Yeah, there was something wrong with Tom Hardy.
They were
I
saying
think,
he realized that he wasn't in it enough or something.
no,
like,
is that it? Oh, then maybe I don't know.
his
I don't want to
character's not the
speculate.
most
I don't
important
know.
one.
Oh, I did
Or
read
that he's
that.
a fail. Or
I
like
did
a-
read
I
that.
did
don't
not
know.
read that, so I
and
can't say.
You know what? That sounds like it was his agent's decision because if you were hired for a movie and it's like your agent says, "Oh, you don't have enough screen time," then they won't sign you up for the movie.
Right.
Interesting.
Fucking
Hollywood.
business.
Interesting.
You owe me a Coke, by the way. Batman might be appearing in the movie.
I like that because,
Cool.
only just do appear because I apparently Lex Luthor and the Joker and everybody. This is going to be a huge DC fest movie.
Batman's
This is
got to show up and
DC's.
punch someone at least.
Yeah, we said this is like DC's Guardians of the Galaxy. So,
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I could see that.
So he's
So-
got to punch at least one person.
man, imagine if the Suicide Squad. I mean, like,
Going to jail.
no. I
real
mean,
quick.
they already made this a movie, a cartoon movie, but like when they broke into Arkham.
Oh, yeah. Assault on Arkham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be so cool if that was a movie.
These shorts are so
It would be so cool.
So short.
It would be, yeah. It'd be better than Assault on Arkham, probably.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
What about a pepper on Arkham? We have some news about George Lucas.
Oh,
You got- you know that
Sad
guy?
old George
Remember that guy?
Lucas. I just pictured
Why do
George
we have-
Lucas sitting in his home in a bathrobe looking at, he's got a fireplace and he's just
Or
sitting
in
there
I, Steve, remember?
smoking
He's
a
like,
cigarette.
I just have to approve some new things.
I've actually.
Approved.
I'll let you get to the story first, but
Picture him really sad.
I just wanted to say I've actually learned a couple of very weird things about George Lucas in the past couple of weeks.
Go
so-
on.
He's got a weird
Oh,
fetish.
Oh, well, I don't know. How long
Yeah.
is it?
I don't know. It was
You
just.
can't bring this up and not. Yeah, you got to.
I was just going to say.
Well, there is a thing to mention. I'll mention it.
Yes,
in a minute.
they were talking about the people who work with George Lucas during his movies, and literally with any kind of production meeting of any kind,
Yeah.
you will meet George Lucas's agents first,
Yeah.
and they will tell you that there are things you can say and there are things you cannot say
That's
in
the
front
same.
of George
The
Lucas.
guys who were working on that Darth Maul game, they were talking about this.
Yeah,
How
they're-
it's so weird meeting with
Like the
George
Queen?
Lucas.
Like meeting the Queen?
Yeah,
they
it's
vet
like you
you
can't
first.
say this, you can't say that, and you have to laugh at everything he says.
Yeah,
and
you have to say you can never say no to something.
yeah, it's,
But do you think that he knows they're saying that?
Yes, because he put it in place.
I would leave, probably. I would be like, you know what?
But it's like
I'm
when
leaving.
It's funny though,
you're
'cause at the
playing
same
with
time-
fire, though.
At the
You're-
same time, though, it just seems so weird and far fetched because he's like just this regular
He
little.
seems like a nice
humble,
guy.
quiet
It's so
guy.
weird, yeah.
He wants to make movies about black guys flying airplanes.
But I'm,
you know?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
Red
sure
Tails.
though that if George Lucas wanted to ruin your career, he could do it like in a phone call.
Yeah, he's got that Spielberg
With a
connection.
swift
Yeah.
kiss. So here's
So
the news.
What did he do? Did he finally try to commit suicide?
No. Is that the theme of this episode?
Yes.
Suicide.
He Well, he's being interviewed recently a bunch because he actually wrote a movie that came out this past weekend,
Yeah.
right under your
Yeah,
nose.
It looks fucking.
It looks like Fern Gully. Literally, it's called Strange Magic.
It looks like
He didn't
Fern
direct
Gully.
it. I think he wrote the story. Maybe I
It-
don't know the details of that.
It pretty much looks like a Delgo quality movie.
Delgo quality Fern Gully. Yeah.
Delgo.
So, so of course people are like, so Strange Magic, yeah, whatever, Star Wars. Like, I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. And he's like, okay, yeah,
All
whatever. Somebody asked him about his ideas for Star Wars. Turned out that his plan was to direct Star Wars Episode 7 and then sell it. But because of his daughter, I guess, was born earlier than he was expecting or something like that, he
Even though he's
decided
like 70?
He was like, never mind. He's not 70.
No, but he's
He
really
was like,
old.
never mind. I'm not going to do this. I don't have time for this. So he just, focused on his family, which is
Yeah,
okay, that's
God.
and then the thing initially apparently was that his idea that he had for the movie was
gave it to
pitched
them.
was
He
pitched
sold
to
it to
Disney,
them.
and then Disney was like, yeah, we looked at it, but we're gonna go with
We're gonna
something
skip
else.
it. Yeah, we're gonna skip it. And so now he's spinning it, and good for him. I guess he's being optimistic. He's spinning it as like, I guess now I get to see a Star Wars movie for the first time.
Yeah, which
That's
is
cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think once Star Wars comes out, then we'll hear about what his idea for the series.
Right,
was.
I'm sure they can't say it now because then it's gonna be like, well, that's not gonna happen. That's
Yeah.
almost a spoiler.
Yeah.
Knowing what doesn't happen is kind of a spoiler.
Another thing that I figured out about George Lucas recently is that
Figured out or found out?
No, figured out because I actually
Realized-
had to think
You
about it.
thought about
I
it?
had to-
Okay.
thought about it a little bit because everybody likes to harp on the the prequels and how
Yeah.
they're shitty and everything, but I think that George Lucas's mindset for the prequels began at the third Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
With the
Revenge of
Return of the Jedi.
yeah.
Well, because you know what it is.
That was all the Star Wars 1 was George Lucas. Star Wars 2 was
Irvin Kershner.
That's right. And then Star Wars 3 was going to be David Lynch.
Oh, Jesus.
But then it went back to George Lucas, and then it was like, oh, it's just a planet
But
of
now,
Ewoks.
do you
the whole
think
movie.
it's? Do you think it's
Still great.
Yeah.
the prequels? I don't think that I think the devil's in the details in the prequels. It's in all of it's like if someone explained to you like a 5-sentence explanation of what each movie entails, you'd be like, sounds good.
Holy
sounds
shit.
good. Sounds good. Cool. All right.
What
fine.
do you mean? What do you mean?
If I said Star Wars Episode 1 is a prequel to the first ones, and it's about Darth. Remember that character Darth Vader? They go back and find him as a kid, and we start to learn about what he's
But then
like.
the devil in the details is
It's really
Star
fucking
Wars
boring.
Episode 1 is about trade regulations.
Yeah, exactly.
And a war
So
between.
it's like the idea behind it, very much like M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Mother Nature fights back against global warming,
Awesome.
against people littering and polluting. Cool idea. All right.
Yeah.
Then he makes the movie. Ugh. So that's so oddly enough, I think it's like he might have had the ideas like you just said, but then when he had to start writing them down, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, he's George Lucas was definitely it was his best when he was working with a team. With most
Definitely.
movies,
Well,
that's
so
how-
here's
yeah.
something else interesting. That this is really the main reason I wanted to talk about this because I didn't give half a shit about Disney abandoning his ideas. That's not
Yeah.
news to me, but because we already know that. He also said that he has 2 films in the works that he's going to be making.
Other than Strange Magic.
Dude, that's already out. That's done.
Yeah.
He has 2 films that he's working on that he doesn't intend to release. He's just making them, and he said I might show like my friends and family.
Wow.
You know what? If you're that kind of rich, you can do that.
Isn't that interesting? Well, he also said he was like he's like I just want to make a movie. It costs so much to like release it. I just want to make it.
You know,
And,
he's right
First
about
of all,
that.
the internet. Second of all,
Well, distribution is like almost as much as to make the movie. Distribution
but the
is
internet.
but the internet. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
You know what? That should.
No, I think it's so cool that he's
Yeah.
making. I'm like, because you know what? I could just imagine he's out there making another American Graffiti and then just keeping it to himself, and I'm gonna be like, American Graffiti is one of the best movies ever, man.
No, yeah, George Lucas.
Oh,
I mean, especially if we
Yeah,
were,
sorry.
if any of us were like the kind of billionaires that George Lucas was, and we're like, you know what? I feel like making a movie,
But never showing
and
anyone.
just showing my friends.
Yeah,
pretty
me,
cool.
Me, if I had, I'd be like, I'm gonna hire all these people. And
You
we're
can
gonna
literally
make, We're gonna
hire
make a video
everyone.
game
Yeah.
that only I could play.
Exactly. How much money does it take to make a video game? Around $10 million?
Yeah, easily.
For a AAA game?
Easily, yeah.
10 million?
Oh,
That's
no, probably like 50, 60.
That's pocket change to George.
Yeah.
To George.
George. Yeah.
But I
Pocket
think that's
change
pretty
for
interesting.
George.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So speaking of people that are absolutely Satan in among people that
Many people's
feel
eyes.
that way,
Kevin
I guess.
Spacey?
We also have something about Michael Bay I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Did you see this too? Or
I
no?
haven't seen this, but I've
What
seen
happened?
another similar.
Yeah, he does this all the time.
Yeah.
Michael Bay, for what it's worth, Michael Bay seems like he's a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
And he's doing all this. He's doing the worst stuff for the right reasons. He loves it. He's having fun. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not trying to make shitty movies. He's trying to make movies that he thinks are fun and cool. and we know a lot of people do actually like them. So
That's the
it's
thing.
just they're very sort of like lowbrow compared to what I really enjoy in a movie.
You're
you know what I
right,
mean?
because here's the thing: Michael Bay has so much goddamn passion for his movies.
Right, and I respect that
yeah.
so much.
Yeah,
I
and
do.
yeah,
so short.
Yeah, making even with Transformers 4, he was on set in the middle of the explosions.
Oh yeah,
like going like
So,
bah, 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 bah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's a 10-minute video on how he approaches action. Basically, it's mainly about in new Transformers movie, which I haven't seen. But the action, the pieces that they showed looked incredible. I hear it wasn't as good as 3 and 4 and 2 and 1 with the action. Like the action was at least the action was cool in the first 3 movies. It's the story that sucked.
Yeah,
but,
and this one there was just a lot of it's hard to tell what's going on.
I mean, he is the king of explosions. You know what I mean?
I was watching Bad Boys 2 the other day. That movie's fucking
That's
so
a long
awesome.
time ago.
And
Like,
you know,
so that
it's
was a
like-
little different.
Yeah, that
I've
was
said
a
this
little old.
before and pretty much it, but it's like a dream movie would be if a
someone
director
hired him,
hired
right,
him
exactly.
for action
That's what I was
scenes.
thinking.
Like,
Wow,
like
yeah.
I was watching like The Island the other day. Piece of shit movie.
But the
But
action,
some sequences were
The-
really good.
Like when they're like
the chase.
with, like the motorcycle and like
Yeah.
the ships are crashing. It's-
Holy crap.
That's really, and it's like not all CG.
No.
It's not like a CG fest. It's
No.
like actual shit.
No, he's not afraid
exploding.
to flip cars and do like
Yeah.
real stuff.
why don't we have movies that are director team up movies? Why don't they do that?
It's probably
Wow.
a contractual.
Wow,
mess.
I never thought about
I've
that.
never thought
you don't
about
really
it
hear
either.
about that much. Yeah.
I guess
Yeah, like-
Grindhouse was the
Like
closest.
you're a
to-
good writer, you're a good director, and you're good at explosions. Let's put
Fight
together a
scenes
movie.
Well,
by
you know,
this director.
Is that almost like
you know?
not fair? I don't even know.
No, there's some like I have like my favorite movies like Eternal Sunshine is one of my favorite directors, one of my favorite writers coming together. It's
Yeah.
Michel Gondry and Charlie Kaufman.
So there you go. What? Well,
Yeah.
but that's
Wow.
right. Oh, no,
We
that's
need more.
interesting.
We need more dream
Yeah.
teams.
We need more. We don't do.
Yeah.
We don't.
That's crazy.
Why
I
don't
didn't
they
even
do
think
that?
of that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
And finally, this is 3 in a row of people that have sort of been really on my mind this week that I just wanted to mention. Blair Witch.
Oh,
I
no.
promise this is the last one, and then we'll move on from me sort of like
Terrible
just
news.
going
I
through
haven't
my
heard
own brain.
anything about this.
Well, every couple of years, we've talked about it. Every couple of years, there's rumblings of another Blair Witch movie. Eduardo Sanchez actually has a movie out now, and of course,
Creator of Blair Witch.
yes, he's one of the two. Eduardo Sanchez has a movie out now called Exists, that Bigfoot movie. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in a moment because I
Yeah.
did watch it.
yeah.
Haven't seen American Sniper or Selma or.
Never make fun of me again, dude. Never, you've become me.
I'm learning, man. I'm learning to be more like you. No, but
God help you.
So yeah, God help me indeed. No, but so I'll get to that. I'll get to Exist in a moment. But of course, just like with Strange Magic and George Lucas, they're like, so Exist, yeah, what the fuck ever. Blair Witch, what's going on with that? And he's like, he said, as usual, he says kind of the same thing, but he said Blair Witch 3 is inevitable at the right time.
He's
Like
right,
that's basically
yeah.
what he said. He said it's gonna happen at the right time.
That's
We don't
cool.
know when that's
Hey.
going to be. And so that's pretty much what we've known and expected. It's going to happen. Come on, of
Yeah,
course.
but it's like we are nearing the very end of the found
Found
footage
footage?
craze.
Yeah, it's
because
finally like kind
But
of
wouldn't it be
dying
cool
out.
if the guys that started it ended?
that would be great. But you know what? I
Right?
hope.
Yeah,
I
that
hope
would
it's.
be cool.
I hope
That would
it's
be
not
really
like they come out with Blair Witch 3 and then it all starts over again. All this
Oh,
found footage bullshit.
Right.
Hope that doesn't
I don't
happen.
think so. Now, by the way,
Yeah.
I would like to say before there's a comment from somebody. I know Blair Witch is not the first found footage movie. It's the first
No.
one that made it popular.
It's definitely a
Jesus.
first.
Man bites
yeah.
dog. I know.
But the
I
problem,
know.
I honestly think like if there is a new Blair Witch that comes out, like there's gonna be a lot of people that don't see it
Well, did he make Blair
because
Witch
people
2?
are like, oh, Blair Witch, what is
Thank you.
that?
Okay, so let's talk about this. The other thing that he said was that this was a couple of years ago. And I think we talked about this, or maybe we didn't. I thought it was really interesting.
The
but I
making
think
of
he said
Blair
this in
Witch 2.
2011. Oh,
We
the
already
making of
did.
Blair.
Yeah.
Forget about the making of Blair Witch 2. I can't stress enough. You know about this, right? I can't stress enough. Look up on. I think it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Where like Blair Witch 2 behind the scenes, it should have been a good movie, and it
Oh, no,
got,
I don't know
it got
about it.
destroyed in the editing room.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, unfortunately.
It's actually pretty incredible to see what they were planning. You know about like all the secret shit that they never used?
Yeah, I watched that whole thing. It was nuts.
It's incredible.
Yes,
I guarantee. I'm telling you, look it up. Now it wasn't them though, so it's irrelevant.
I
Here's the
hate
thing.
watching shit like that. Though.
I know.
What could have been.
Eduardo Sanchez
Yeah.
said, and this is so true and so interesting, and just honest. He was like, I didn't dislike the second movie. I thought it was interesting. It was an interesting idea where it was, people watched Blair Witch. You know about that, right?
Yeah,
You
I know
it
the
is.
plot,
And he
yeah.
said, but the problem is,
Yeah, I didn't
and I
like
always said, this is him saying this. He was like, I always said they should have not called it Blair Witch 2. They should have called it like Blair Witch World. Or
Yeah,
like
but
Blair Witch Revelations, or so. It's not a sequel.
It's all about
It doesn't make any
marketing, though.
sense. It's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
sequel. So he said in that world, it's not a sequel. He said if they returned to Blair Witch, they would stay in the world of Blair Witch and make a sequel. They wouldn't make it like Blair Witch exists in this world as a movie.
But like,
So which means it would be ignoring Blair Witch 2, which is a good thing
I mean, like now,
for what it turned out to be.
Now I know you love Blair Witch.
Oh,
I don't think
forget
it's.
about it.
I don't think it's a bad
probably,
movie.
That's like inspiration-wise, it's in my top 5 probably.
But can you admit that Blair Witch is a perfect example of like just everything working
Yeah.
perfectly?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I
Like-
think it's a perfect example of they went in thinking this could be the biggest failure of all time.
Yeah. Now
That's awesome.
I don't-
Everything should be done like
yes,
that.
you're right about. I don't see. Now, if they're going to be making a Blair Witch 3, they're going to be going into it saying, we got to make the sequel to
In a
the
different
biggest
way.
box office hit. You know,
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm very curious
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Now
it's
here's the thing. Lovely Molly, great movie. That was from the. I don't remember if it was Eduardo Sanchez or not. Great movie though. Very spooky, very scary. Not found footage. Exists. This Bigfoot
The big
movie.
one. Now, when we first talked about
Right.
this,
I want you to
expressed a lot
remember
of
what we
excitement.
said. So what did you think? Remember what were you thinking? Because that's what I went in thinking.
We thought the trailer looked a little typical, but
Really
there
did.
I
were
remember
some,
the trailer
there
was
some,
misleading.
shitty. Very shitty.
There was some. I think there was some award show buzz.
Wasn't
like
it the
independent-
trailer?
Something like that.
Wasn't like a whole goof? I remember
No.
the first trailer being like it set up like a romantic comedy, and then it was like Bigfoot out of nowhere.
I don't know about that. I don't remember
Like
that.
it showed the couples like, oh,
Maybe.
we're filming ourselves.
I'm probably
Yeah.
I'm sure because the movie does that a little bit.
And we-
Actually,
and
it
we
starts
were
off
like-
immediately spooky. That's
We were
kinda
like,
cool.
wow, this looks so typical, but at the same time, like maybe there's something deeper in there.
I remember
wanna
we
know if
talked
there is?
about it.
Yeah, let us know if there is.
There's not.
Oh.
No, it's just
Thank
happened?
It was pretty. So okay,
What the fuck happened?
It was very typical. A couple of weird things in there that I was like, all right, that's different. But what I thought about it was the one thing I thought was once in a while some genuine great dread, like
Okay,
Blair
good.
Witch level dread, where I was
Yeah.
like,
okay.
what's gonna happen? Just like where you're nervous something to jump out, and that's fine. It was just really well set up. But the movie itself was pretty bad. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what to think about the Blair Witch 3. But I do know that I would love to see it from them. If anybody else does it, it's fan fiction. Which technically Star Wars is too. I don't want to get into
Yeah,
that.
but like I was just
But-
saying with how Blair Witch 1 works so perfectly, it's
Right.
like
It was a
what
flash
like,
in the pan,
Yeah, it's
boom.
like what about them would make Blair Witch
maybe
3?
they would approach it that way and say this could be a huge fucking failure,
Yeah.
which they kind of did with Blair Witch 2, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was interesting. That's all the stuff that I was. That's all the stuff that's been buzzing around
Very
my brain this week.
fascinating. I would like a new horror movie.
We got a couple of small things here. Steve Jobs, the movie. This is weird.
Oh, this is still
they're
going on?
Filming at this one didn't. It has
Went to
not
Columbia,
really started
right?
yet technically. Oh no. Oh, I see what you're saying. It went from Sony to Universal.
Universal.
And now
Yeah.
Fassbender's on to play Jobs. Like
Oh, he's
that's-
official.
This has been for a while now. This has just been it. Yeah, Danny Boyle directing. But they filmed at the garage the other day.
Wait, at the garage?
Steve Jobs' actual garage, which other movies have done that as well.
Oh, that's
But-
where he started.
Yeah, but isn't this supposed to be 3 product
Flashback.
launches? I don't
I
understand.
guess I just see flashbacks.
I thought it was just 3 30-minute segments or whatever,
It's
right?
a little weird then.
Right?
Wait,
I see things changing up a little bit with that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They went and set it up
I mean, like, yeah, that could
as
just
looking like the garage. was
you know
in
what?
Use.
It could be like something that's shown on a TV in the movie.
Maybe.
You know,
Oh.
because
Yeah,
know.
that's
yeah,
true.
one of the things about this movie that had me so interested that it was like supposed to be like a 3 acts of uncut
Right.
of like
right.
before the show.
It's still Aaron Sorkin wrote it, so I'm still excited for
Yeah.
it. They said they saw Seth Rogen there, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, as Wozniak.
Waz, yeah.
That's
pretty interesting.
hilarious.
I saw Frank the other day. Fassbender's so good.
Was it any good? I didn't see it.
Oh,
yeah, it was alright. It was a nice little movie.
Okay. That doesn't sound like enough to sway me to
Yeah.
watch it. I have other movies I gotta watch.
You didn't convince me.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's almost like yeah, I can't explain it.
Okay.
Thank you, Jake.
But Fassbender's fucking amazing. in
Yeah?
it.
I believe that. I mean, he's great.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Beetlejuice 2. I
Nah.
just wanted to put this in. This is all there is to say is it might be filming by the end of 2015.
It'll be the year of Keaton. Well, Keaton.
Well,
Keaton's back.
yeah.
You know.
Beetlejuice 2 was actually
Keaton's back.
Beetle-
Just- Keaton's back. I'm sorry, you're right. Keaton's back only using things from his past. I'll go
Yeah.
with that.
Keaton.
happens.
They were going to
Batman,
make a
Beetlejuice. Yep.
They were going to make a Beetlejuice 2 way back
Yep.
in the 90s. And even in the 90s, it sounded terrible. It was going to be called Beetlejuice's Hawaiian Vacation.
Oh Jesus.
That was the title, and it was about Beetlejuice in Hawaii.
I have confidence in a new Beetlejuice. Just because.
I don't. Seth Grahame-Smith is writing it.
What?
Who?
What?
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who?
he's bad. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter for one.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
It's a mess. He's actually what's the weirdest thing in Hollywood? All the writers are terrible. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But they keep hiring them.
Yeah.
Like, so you see a movie and say the writing sucked, but then they hire that guy again. I
Everybody
don't
says
get
the
it.
writing sucks.
You know why? Because it's
and
based on
It's
the
based
amount of people
on
that see it, not
see
based
it.
on the quality. It's so
Yeah.
interesting.
God.
and also not. The Oscars. The Oscars.
I just
want
an Oscar.
AMC is doing a. Now, by the way, let me just say, because I clicked on this article thinking it was the channel AMC. AMC, the movie theaters, AMC, are doing a 24-hour marathon and a 2-day marathon. So
Okay.
you can either see the movie across 2 days, all the of the Best Picture nominees. You can see all the movies across 2 days, or in 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm going.
Or maybe not 24 hours exactly, but it's just a non-stop marathon.
I'm going because I still need to see Whiplash.
Is it like? Is it?
See, Whiplash. Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
Is it one of those kind of
Why don't you
marathon?
come over tonight and watch it?
I want to watch it in the theater.
Fair enough.
I
All
want
right, fair
one.
enough.
Is it like one of those marathons where you can't leave?
I don't. Does that exist?
Yeah.
I'm an American. And I
or
paid
you
money.
lose your
I can
seat
leave.
or something.
Wait, have you ever heard of Buttonomathon?
Oh, well, that's a festival. No, it's
Yeah.
not like that. You can leave the room.
Uh-huh.
That's the festival gimmick, is that you can't leave your seat.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
this is just at a movie theater.
Oh,
It's
all right,
at all
yeah.
AMC movie theaters.
Wow.
They do
All
it
right.
every year. Just
Yeah.
this year they're doing a 24-hour marathon. They
All right.
always bring them back for like a 2-day thing.
Yeah, you know what? I might actually have to go see Whiplash in the movie theater.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what?
You know what? I might go see it again in theaters. Although then again, I live in New York City. They're all still playing. What?
You know what? No,
Sorry.
I want to see it as soon as possible.
Do it.
So.
Why don't we go? Then why don't we just go and see it in the theater later?
Because I got things to do.
You don't.
I got to beat Assassin's Creed Rogue.
I believe that.
Yeah.
You Reviewers Awards. Fuck the Oscars.
It's still a
Can I
thing.
just say I think this is the 5th year. I think the You Reviewers nominations are way better than the Oscar nominations this year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Way more across the board. Not that we're
The
going to get
fact
into
that-
all of them. But
I was looking at the email the other day, and the fact that like Edge of Tomorrow is even just mentioned makes me happy.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow totally deserves to win Shock
Something.
Didn't Suck award.
Yeah.
You kidding me? That's like the ultimate shock.
Well,
that
I
didn't
know.
Suck.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing. Right from the beginning, I said it was going to be the best movie ever.
That's
and I
true.
was right.
You did.
I was right.
Right.
Stick with Jake. Stick with Jake and all
And
your
you'll be
wild
right
dreams
a
will
lot
come
of the
true.
time. Hercules.
Yeah, and Hercules
Hey.
not so much.
very, very off topic, but on topic
Oh,
at the same
good.
time. I hate to diverge so
No,
much.
please, Divergent.
Diverge.
Yeah, divergence.
Insurge.
But speaking of things that surprise it didn't suck.
What?
I
Your
watched-
girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. I watched Pain and Gain. I loved it.
I hated
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
but so many people loved it, and I walked out of the theater saying, "Just not for me." A lot of people loved it.
I thought
I mean,
it was
like,
you know
I-
what? It was midnight though, and I wanted to fucking kill
Oh,
myself.
I
I
thought
went
it was
into
too
it
long.
thinking like this is gonna
When
be
like a
cute-
hand lands on a fucking thing, I was like, I want to go home.
Yes.
I'm not. Like if it didn't get you on that level in the first 20 minutes,
Yeah.
you're lost.
I thought
Yeah.
it was really, really long, but I thought parts of it were a
it
lot
was
of fun.
way long. Yeah,
No, I mean like I was.
that was Michael Bay just saying, "Fuck it."
Yeah, like I mean it was. I was going into it.
Like if
with
you
a
acknowledge
fuck
it for
kind
what
of
it is, yeah, you can. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
fucking.
I was like, this is hilarious. Like this is
The
a real
Rock
story.
was really good.
I just kept thinking about how
Tony Shalhoub.
How they
I
murdered
just-
people in real
yeah,
life, and now it's a joke.
Yeah, the people who were dying in the movie died in real life.
For real, and the families are all still around.
Yeah.
Hope they got free tickets. But I just want to say, yeah, I think the nominations for the year reviewers are. I think the reason they're better is because, versus the Oscars, it's less political and more talent. It's more about the talent, not about the politics.
Yeah, everybody's
You know what
just
I mean?
excited about movies.
Whereas with the Oscars, there's so much that's like politics and
Well,
shit.
you know, the
what I
reason
mean?
why it's
This
all
is
politics.
just passion and talent.
Well, the reason why it's all politics in the Oscars right now is because they're all so
Oscars?
old. They're all
Right,
so
right.
old, the
At-
Oscars.
at
That's
the
all
time-
they
They
care
know is
about.
politics.
Yeah.
At the time of this video, I believe the nomination should be up on Jeremy's channel.
They
right?
are up. Yes, I should say
Yeah.
that. That's right. No, on both. On part 1 is on Jeremy John's channel, and part 2 is on the Schmoes No
Yeah,
channel.
check
So
it
make sure you check that
out.
out and find out what the nominations are. We've known for a few days. We couldn't tell anybody, and I so badly wanted to tweet what I'm about to say. Although I'm glad I didn't, because every time I go to tweet, I'm like, not worth it. I haven't tweeted for real in like days.
Swipe it.
But I was thinking that when and I fucking knew this was gonna happen. And there's only so much I can say because you haven't seen the movie yet, both of you. I nominated for Best Hero J.K. Simmons in Whiplash.
Yeah.
He ends up getting nominated for Best Villain.
Oh wow,
that just
that's
shows
interesting.
how much of pussies y'all are. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is that Stink Pile. I had a hard time voting for Stink Pile.
Oh, bad movies.
Yeah, because I
you
don't think
avoid
they're-
bad movies.
Yeah, I didn't watch any bad movies, so I
Yeah.
actually sent the ballot back. I have to say this because it's funny. I sent the ballot back to Christian with everything chosen
Blank.
except for Stink Pile left blank.
What
And
was
he-
up for Stink
He
Pile?
wrote back. I don't even remember off the top of my head. Kind of like obvious. obvious, not even obvious stuff. Like 100 Million Ways to Die in the West was.
Why
in
would
there.
you waste your time with
The
that?
other
Right,
woman,
so it's like I don't,
you know?
I don't want to give like more attention to movies I didn't like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want to think about it more. But so I had to write back and say, I guess 100 Ways. It's the only one I saw.
Yeah.
Thankfully, of the
Yeah,
list.
Christian was like, asshole, you didn't fill
Yeah,
out
he
the...
wrote back and said he's like, you got to fill out stick file. Well, you have to fill out all of them.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't have one person vote for one category. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But I also count myself very lucky that I haven't seen any of them.
That's great. Yeah, good job, man.
I can't talk about the worst movie of the year because I haven't seen it. And that's it for movie news.
Wow.
Make sure you check out the U-Reviewers nominations. U-Reviewers Awards will hopefully be coming up before the Oscars. I always like when it comes out before the Oscars. I hope that. I hope
like that,
And
yeah.
Spike Jones. I hope it happens. We have a little bit of TV news here, real quick.
A little bit. We have a TV theme now?
The X-Files is
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
back. Baby, who here watched the X-Files?
I did
I watched
quite
it.
a bit.
Yeah.
I watched it sometimes. I didn't follow it enough to know like the storyline. I watched it here and there.
I didn't
was too
watch
scared
it.
as a kid.
Yeah,
It was
no,
very
yeah,
scary.
it spooked the
Yeah,
shit
it
out
was
of me.
effectively scary.
I was way too
Yeah.
scared as a kid.
Also, the first movie was excellent.
What about the second one?
Second movie?
I remember
it was okay.
the first movie gave me nightmares. In the first scene, like these kids go down a hole and then they melt.
That's Chronicle.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Chronicle. But
Yeah.
the X-Files,
Yeah.
returning as a mini-series, apparently, which is the only way to do it.
That's the only
Yeah,
way.
the only way to do it is
Yeah.
a quick mini-series with a
That's
quick,
what
cool
made me go,
story.
Which is
Oh,
like
okay,
what Twin
I'm okay
Peaks
with
is doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like this. If we're gonna admit like we have no new ideas and mine old shit,
Yes.
I'm cool with like the quick spurt miniseries
But
thing.
you know what?
Fargo,
Like-
this, that, and the other thing. You know,
With the thing with these, I mean, I don't know about X-Files. I wasn't a huge fan, but
Yeah.
with shows like this, it's like this is giving shows a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like Twin Peaks is getting the second chance it never had.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I guess it didn't have enough viewing. It got more popular after it ended. It seems.
Well, no. What happened with Twin Peaks
Like
is that
a cult following.
Well, like they had a whole plan out for Twin Peaks. Like they were gonna, all their they were gonna save everything for the last episode, but their studio forced them to do all their twists in the beginning of the second season, fucked up their whole show and everything like that.
I got a good
That's
idea
too
for the
bad.
poll
Yeah.
question at the end. Remind me.
Okay, all right. I think I can guess.
I'm just saying that I think it's really. I mean, like you said.
It's just good.
Wait, what?
if-
X-Files?
No, if we're going to, I mean, we're going into the
Right.
kind of
If we're gonna
territory
admit
of
there's nothing new.
yeah,
we
the
can
territory of the nothing new
Yep.
kind of thing. But it sounds like
do. At least some dignity.
exactly these aren't made like for cash.
Yeah,
like
like they have a
there's-
cool idea. They make 4 or 5 episodes or 8
Like with,
episodes.
uh,
whatever.
It's condensed and there's control.
Right,
with,
right.
With X-Files and Twin Peaks, there's not enough fans for it to be just cash thrive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's definitely more than 50% of people wanting to actually make something
Yeah.
in this, not just a product,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. And X-Files in a new sense.
It's not gonna be something. The new X-Files coming tonight at 9 on Fox. You know,
well, you know what?
I
I would,
always wanted to watch it. I never really watched it again. I've always wanted to really watch
should.
it. I
you know what?
should.
Yeah.
There's a pretty
you dig
For
spooky.
this.
X-Files had a spin-off show, I believe,
Oh.
and one
Vince
of the
Gilligan wrote a lot of it.
Oh, he
one-
did. That's right.
one of the plots of the episode was that all the main characters were stuck on a plane that was going to fly into the World Trade Center.
That was a real
That was
episode?
a real episode.
Ooh.
And they flew.
Yeah, you're thinking of
Oh,
United
wow.
93.
They pulled up like right at the last second before it flew in the World Trade Center.
Oh, you mean it wasn't a 9/11?
Oh, no,
related-
no, no, no.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh,
Way before that, yeah.
I didn't know when it was.
No, it was
when
before
okay.
9/11.
Okay,
it was
okay.
like we're on a plane flying into the World Trade Center. Whoa.
I have to.
What? It was from the
Aunt May.
Yes.
Woo!
Back to work, everybody.
Yeah, back to work.
All right.
But that is it for TV news.
Oof.
TV news.
Yes. Let's take a break.
How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm alive.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm dead inside.
I have to plug Pity Applause on Monday, January 26th, and then the third one, before we take a break, is on Monday, February 9th. The storyline through the 26th and the 9th is going to be pretty cool, so you don't want to miss it. That's all I'm saying.
Do you want to plug, Jake? Because I can plug.
Sure, I will. I have something to plug this week, I guess.
Oh, sorry, pityapplause.com. I just realized you have to be
Come
able
on,
to
Jake.
find
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Nice. Because video games, that podcast some of you guys like listening to so much, it's still here, and we're back with a new episode, and now it just has a new name, Because Podcast. It's on the same iTunes, the same SoundCloud, new episode.
Theoretically, they had to do nothing different.
Nope. Go listen.
Check me out at Mike's Moist on Twitter. You can find all my updates to videos and all bunch of other stuff. Just follow my Twitter. You don't have to follow anything else. Mike's Moist at Mike's Moist. Moist.
Very nice. Ooh, I can see it. I can
Okay,
smell
moist.
it.
In conclusion,
Ooh,
moist.
very nice. We have to plug something as a whole.
Yeah, we do.
You have to plug a hole.
Yep, we have to plug it up with
The
our
boat is
penises.
sinking!
No, we have a commentary track for more
Ferris
Bueller.
Bueller.
Yes, we did more Ferris Bueller and
the TV show, for those of you who don't
right.
know. Yeah, there's a Ferris Bueller TV show, and we've
Hope you
been
guys
kind
are
of
loving it.
we've been watching it and saying stupid things at the screen and recording it.
and it is incredible.
Yeah.
And we've decided we're halfway through. We're gonna just keep going, so we're chugging right along. But yeah, we did a couple more episodes, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's my favorite commentary tracks in a while. It's really funny, and everyone on Patreon says it's the funniest ones we've ever done. I don't know about that,
Yeah,
but they are really loving it. So
it's good material.
there you go.
Keep watching.
Now, if you're wondering, it's prettymuchit.com/shop, by the way, to get those. But if you're wondering, I just said a word that you might not have heard. Patreon. What is that? Kind of funny taste in my mouth. Patreon.com/prettymuchit. You get extra stuff. We do this show for free, folks. I mean, like, what I mean is we don't do it for free so much as you don't pay a dime to watch it. And you don't pay with your time to watch it. Because...
They don't?
No. Because there's no ads, is my point. You don't have to sit through an ad. You don't have to waste your time or anything like that. And we love that you get to do that. But the show does cost money to run. And so patreon.com/prettymuchit is where you can hook us up if you enjoy the show, if you enjoy watching it for free,
Get stuff
and you'd
early.
like to help us out and get extra stuff, get
Fun
stuff
stuff.
early, get a lot of cool stuff. You can go and check that out. And we
We
really
thrive,
greatly appreciate it.
We run on you guys. We are powered by, like, you know,
You know how
back,
America runs on Dunkin'?
you know the way Back to the
Exactly.
Future, like in Back to the Future 2, he's got to put the garbage.
You guys
in
are the garbage.
You guys are the garbage
guys
that
are
makes our
garbage.
DeLorean go fly.
You know how many
makes our DeLorean
times-
fly.
You know how many times I've had to explain the Patreon system to people in the past couple of weeks?
That's the best part, though, because they're like,
They're like, what?
what's the future?
Yeah, you know, it was fun explaining it to my accountant.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a blast.
Yeah, trying to explain
Oh,
it to like
jeepers.
to my parents and everything. What do you mean you don't get your money every first of the month?
Yeah. Or every Thursday or some shit. Anyway, we like to give away free shirts as well from beobscure.com. Go to prettymuchit.com/giveaway to find out how to enter to win a free shirt. And then
Hey.
watch the Monday show on youtube.com/prettymuchit to find out if you won.
And if you throw in a little extra couple of bucks, you'll get a free shirt that was worn by one of us. So
That's
you,
not true. I need
It's
all
not
the
true.
shirts I
It's
can
not
get.
true. It's not true.
you'll get a shirt
He's
worn
lying
by
to you.
me.
He's flat out fucking lying.
Email me and you'll get a shirt worn by me. You'll get my sweat.
Video games.
Yeah, what about him?
Fuck you. What about him? I should be asking you
What
that.
about him? Well, let's get some housekeeping out of the way, as always. First,
Hey.
hey, if you got a PlayStation, hey, if you got PlayStation Network, when it was hacked and it was down for a while, PlayStation's real sorry. So starting,
PlayStation's real. Sorry.
so this week, PlayStation is now automatically applying a 10% one-time discount to anything you buy on PSN.
Anything?
So that's cool. Yeah.
Guess I should have waited to buy Resident Evil.
I know, I was so pissed. I was like, God damn it. The day after it went live, I was like, fuck. Bought the
That's how they
Resident
get
Evil
you.
remaster. Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. You also get an extra 5 days of PlayStation Plus tacked onto your service for free because of the outage. So I figured
Thanks,
I'd let
Lizard
you guys
Squad.
know. When I say, hey, what video game news should I talk about on Twitter? Everyone said, hey, let us know about this that we know about.
Yeah, that is a funny
But I
thing.
figured
Hey,
I'd
you forgot to
mention it.
mention that thing that I already know about, and so shouldn't care.
In other news, though, Nintendo Club Nintendo is shutting down.
What is that?
That was a Nintendo service where you buy one
I
of
think
their
I know why it's
games.
shutting down.
You buy their products, you register them online, you get points, and then the points add up for free shit. I got a Nintendo DS case and a cool Mario scarf one time.
Oh,
So they're shutting down the service, but they did it in the best way because they shut down the service and they said, well, but wait, we're replacing it with something else.
Oh.
So cool, great.
That's good.
Thanks,
That's always
Nintendo.
good. Like when your wife dies, you want to have another wife lined up, sort of thing.
Now, the weird thing this week for me, the biggest thing was the trailer for the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Zombie mode being added. Because the trailer was...
Why is that weird? They do that all the time, don't they?
Yeah, they
No,
do, but this
I'll
time it was
tell you why it's
riddled with celebrity cameos in the game that you get to play as. You get to play as John Malkovich, Bill Paxton, and Joe Barenthal.
Well,
What?
well, here's the thing.
Shout out
In,
to Bill Paxton.
the
He
trailers
had
was zany.
Two great supporting roles this year.
In
Great Redeemer.
in every Call of Duty game, when you played the zombies mode, you always have your choice of like really cool characters. I believe in the last one
They
you
did
played
a
as
fucking Guillermo del Toro thing.
you played
didn't
as the
they?
presidents
Yeah.
in one of them.
Yep.
The thing that pisses me off the most about this is that this should have been on the fucking game. What did I spend $60 for when I first bought Call of Duty Advanced
Yeah,
Warfare?
especially for like like zombies is such a big
Is
thing.
this DLC? Is this paid DLC?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out.
Suicide.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
It all comes back to Suicide. And the weird thing is too is that anytime like I talk to someone who's not really too into video games, but they're like, "Oh, Call of Duty,
Call of Duty Zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah,
that's all I play."
well, Call of Duty Zombies is like the most accessible video game to anybody. Because I remember in college, people who I would never even imagine to ever pick up a video game controller were all playing Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah,
because
crazy.
anybody can pick it up.
Yeah.
Anybody could have downloaded it easy.
it's like Minecraft, fucking Call of Duty
Angry
Zombies.
Birds.
Like,
yes,
yeah, just like Angry
the
Birds.
birds.
Or just like the bird who flaps.
Saw a guy playing Flappy Bird last night. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's good.
What?
I still play it. Hey, you know
I'm
what?
playing
Fuck you.
Flappy Bird ironically.
It's got
Poorly
poorly.
Crossy Road on the brain.
It's got poorly designed hitboxes.
lot
but
better.
15
that's
new
beside the
characters.
point.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah, I
I got
have.
the emo duck.
So the trailer is really funny. Watch it because they show John Malkovich and he like says and it's so because it's a huge reference to the game. The Atlas Corporation is like the evil corporation in the game. It's Kevin Spacey's company, and they just show in game John Malkovich, and he's like, "I fucking hate the Atlas Corporation," like in that weird John Malkovich voice.
I fucking hate.
The actor, is the actor John Malkovich
I
or no?
fucking hate.
But like the character is the actor John Malkovich.
He's completely mocapped. He's completely
Like Kevin Spacey
mapped in the
was.
I'm
game.
saying in the game it says play as John Malkovich.
Well,
you
he
know,
probably has a character.
it's
That's
probably
okay, so it's a character
yeah.
name. Okay.
Well, is Kevin Spacey's character in this group?
No, he should be. I would
That's
want to
so
play as.
stupid.
Yeah, I would want to run around as Kevin Spacey and shoot.
He
Well, you
just
throw
says,
him off.
Fuck you, zombies.
Like at the end of Advanced Warfare, spoilers. You throw him into like a fucking volcano.
It's the
So-
funniest thing in the
He's
world.
holding onto your
It's
hand.
great.
It's literally the funny. I could go on like an hour-long discussion about how that last 5 minutes of that game
It's perfect.
is hysterical.
It's great,
I should kill you right now, but I won't.
but I won't.
But
So
I
then you
won't.
throw him off a cliff.
Very nice.
Borderlands Remastered is a thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's great. If you want it on Xbox One and PS4, you get Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Borderlands 1 and 2?
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
No, you get Borderlands.
I'm sorry?
No, you get Borderlands 2.
What the fuck is a
and-
pre-sequel?
And Borderlands
That's the
2.
joke.
That's the name of the game. It's like zany.
Oh, it's a joke.
It's
Yeah.
a joke,
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like a
All right,
zany,
never mind.
wacky
Never
thing.
mind. I thought this
yeah.
was a term.
No, Borderlands
So
is all
basically,
about
Borderlands,
jokes, yeah.
the Borderlands Remastered Collection is Borderlands 2 and 2.5.
See, I just started playing Borderlands 2 on my PS Vita,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's because I'm on a Vita
Yeah.
or if it's a last generation game, but the graphics fucking suck.
Oh, maybe you just don't like the art design. Maybe
No,
it
I
just
like
doesn't speak to you.
I like cell shaded design.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty great on.
Maybe it's just
I played
because-
it on PC though,
Oh,
and it looked great on PC.
Looks like butthole on my PS Vita. Looks like an anus.
So,
It
Michael, why don't you pick it up and play it on PS4?
just fucking might.
Remember
Also-
Cell Damage?
Yeah, Cell Damage. That was a
Yes.
cell shaded
Great
video
game.
game. That
Cell
was
Damage
really
was.
good.
I can't believe somebody other than me remembers that
of all
game.
people referenced that game.
I
obscure.
distinctly remember telling my dad to pick it up on his way home,
I used to invite my
and he fucking did it.
Good dad.
When my friends
Yeah,
would
I
come
miss him.
over.
R.I.P.
My friends would come over. I would just load up all the Cell Damage ending movies because every time you
Yep.
beat the game,
They
when
were a
Cell-
little mature for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like
Greatly
you got like
animated,
little
though,
you got like little cartoons every time you beat the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the
Damn.
ultimate. The cars were cartoony, moving around.
Yeah,
that was
game
great.
was so. You know they re-released that on.
No.
They should put it on
yes,
iOS.
they did
Really?
on PS4.
Oh wow.
Cell Damage would do so well on iOS.
On PS4 or
On
like
PS4.
PS3? Not PS3?
PS4.
Really?
Say it
Yes.
again.
Yeah, Cell Damage is
Really?
HD re-release on
Holy
PS4.
shit.
It's been out for a couple months.
You been playing it?
No,
You should stream that.
I should stream that.
You should
I
show
used to play
you.
that game all the time. Remember? Do you remember Whacked?
No.
It was
I
just
remember
like
Bushwhack, Daniel Stern.
Whacked was like a game on, like one of the first Xbox games. It was like Cell Damage.
That's whack.
That was the joke.
The last thing I wanted to talk about was fuck you, Mike. Microsoft came out in a big event.
We're not talking about Cat Cop.
What?
We're not talking about Cat Cop.
What?
What the
What are you
fuck
talking
is
Cat
about?
Cop?
What is Cat Cop?
All right, fine.
Why are you so angry?
What is Cat Cop?
What's no? You can't.
I mean, if you don't think it's big enough to talk about,
What is Cat? Well, tell us.
Is he messing with me
What is
right now?
I feel like you're lying.
it's like when you're a cop and you're a cat at the same time. You got to catch mouse criminals.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Hey, Mike, you're the worst.
God, I believed him.
You're a really good
I
liar.
believed it. The way he said, "Well, if you don't think it's big enough to talk about," it sounded so legit.
You're a really good
Although,
liar.
real quick, that Kickstarter for that game was so funny.
Oh, I forgot to bring that up.
Shoot, but what is the name of it?
Strafe.
Strafe.
Check out. Yeah, you know, I'll skip the last
Oh my
news.
God.
You know what? Whatever.
I didn't see
Microsoft
that.
has
Microsoft
holograms.
has holograms.
They're
It's hardly
cool.
video game news.
Yeah, whatever. It's the
But
future.
Strafe. Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, but people are gonna yell at me. But Jake, it's not really a hologram. Okay, whatever. Strafe is a
Oh,
game
yeah.
on Kickstarter.
Why don't you go fly your drone?
Strafe
3D printed.
Strafe is a game on Kickstarter that is a first-person shooter in the vein of classic PC old school Doom style ridiculous games.
Quake kind of thing.
Have you not seen this?
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
honestly,
God.
I've heard
whether or
about
not,
it. I've
okay,
heard
look,
about it.
It's made for you.
look, if
I've
you
heard
don't
there's a
play
good
video
Kickstarter.
games,
Doesn't
cool.
matter. It's a short
if
film.
you don't want
it's
to
a
back
fucking
it,
short
cool.
film.
Watch the commercial. Watch the Kickstarter pitch video because it's the funniest goddamn
I'm never gonna
thing.
play this game, but the video is incredible.
See, that's perfect for a pitch.
Yeah.
Yep, it's incredible.
I backed it.
I might back it
'Cause I
just
wanna
because
play
it
it.
looks so funny.
Yeah.
I, like the whole thing is hysterical. Anyway, but
Oh,
yeah,
some
I
of
actually-
the
I
Kickstarter,
bought the,
the Kickstarter rewards are like Pogs and shit. Like
Oh,
I supported-
no, the first one you get the like the $1 one is
Yeah.
you get they're gonna send you screen aim screen buddy icons.
I supported the Dino Run guys on Kickstarter because of their video.
That's Pixel
awesome.
Jam.
Pixel Jam, yeah.
Yeah.
They made a
they're
video.
Great games.
Potato Boy.
Potato that just went on iOS.
Oh, that's
Yep.
such a
Potato
good
Man.
game.
Potato Man. The something of Potato Man.
Yeah, the video.
Why didn't they ever put Dino Run on iOS? They said they were gonna do it.
They
They never
haven't?
did. That would
That
be the
was-
only game I ever have on my phone.
That's a perfect game.
Except for Crossy Road.
Nah, I gotta get rid of that. soon.
But that's
once
it
I
for video
play these
game
games too
news.
much, I have to get rid of them.
Boys.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, come on.
Holograms are cool.
Come
What do you mean,
on.
oh, come on. We talk about video games way
Holograms
longer
is
than we
cool.
have.
I want those holograms to be real.
Hey, we have a poll to
Yeah, I
talk
do
about.
too.
All right.
I would never leave my house again.
I want to feel them, touch them, feel them, smell them.
You want to be able
Ew.
to touch them.
Last week's poll question was, "What is your favorite line in a movie from 2014?" Okay.
Ooh, tough
In
one.
third place, and then I wrote down a couple that I wanted to mention, but in third place, nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
That's pretty good.
one.
Drax, Dave
Yeah.
Bautista in Guardians of the Galaxy, good choice. My name Jeff, which only works if I say
My name is
my
Jeff.
name Jeff. You don't know it. I know you
That's
do.
really-
Yeah.
that's
My name's
pretty damn
Jeff.
funny.
That's Channing Tatum in 22 Jump Street.
Oh.
Not see now. There's a big not a good line. That's not a good line. That's a good line reading. There's a big difference between a good line and a good line reading. I'll
Yeah.
be back is not a good line.
No.
Written down, that's not a good line.
I'll be right
back.
back.
It's the way he said it. I'm not going to do it.
I'll be back.
Okay. And then
Like that.
number one, surprisingly, this is the one that they picked from Whiplash. Were you rushing or were you dragging? You didn't see Whiplash yet.
No.
I'm ashamed of all of you because that's not the best line in the movie, but we'll get to it. You already know it, so it's not a spoiler. Here's my picks. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys have any picks
Yeah,
off the
no.
top of your head, but
I
here's my
couldn't.
picks. In I Origins, Britt Marling, turning over rocks and finding nothing is progress. I love that.
I got one. No. What I'm saying is there are multiple realities, and in every single one, I fucked your wife.
What was that from?
Coherence.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Wow.
a great one.
Yeah.
There are multiple realities, and in every single one, I fucked your wife. That was something like that. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Yes, that's a great one. Okay, this is a good one. This is from Dear White People, Tyler James Williams. I don't know much about jazz, but from what I can tell, when your solo's up, you better blow. It's more in context it works, but I actually started crying at that line in that movie because it was so perfect.
My
I'm
favorite
tearing
speech-
up a little bit right now just thinking about it. In the movie, it's so important.
I brought it up already, I think, but my speech that that's what I like. This Bill Paxton's speech
in Edge of Tomorrow.
that he keeps
Go ahead,
saying
recite
over
it.
and over again. I don't know the whole
No,
thing
it's
now, but it's really good.
Today
it's just so 80s.
Is not tomorrow.
Yes.
But we're on the edge.
We're on the edge of it. And then finally, the last one, of course, I think this is the best line of the year, in my opinion, and should have won. And it did pop up. It was like literally fourth place, but I wanted to save it to the end. There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
That's your movie.
That's Whiplash.
Yeah, you know what? I have a
Incredible.
counterpoint to that. Never tell me I'm doing a good job at my job. I'll just fucking quit.
What?
No,
And
it's
get a better job.
It's more about, hey, look at this thing I made. Good job. You did
Yeah.
a good job.
Yeah.
I know.
Now stop
I
Good
was
job
poking
should
fun.
mean try harder.
Yeah.
Right. Another one I really like, another quote I like was Interstellar, when that character, I'm not going to spoil, but that character came out and said, actually, I'm the bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah, we know who that is. That was last week's poll question. A lot of great lines last year. Last week's poll question, down the tubes. What is this week's poll question, Jake?
This week's poll question is, what TV show
would
do you
like
want to have a
see
second
remerge-
chance?
Yeah, okay.
What TV show do you think deserves a second chance? Not just a TV you want more, but
should-
one that needs a second chance.
One that
you know?
needs one. One that a TV show
Not just
that
like, oh, I liked that show and it got canceled because like nobody else liked it.
A TV
one
show
that like
that
had something
had
and then
something and then lost
Yeah,
it.
or even like a loose end wasn't wrapped up
Uh-huh.
or
yeah.
something
like
like that.
Seinfeld. No, because that had they quit. They wasn't canceled.
Yeah.
They quit. So you know,
Gave up.
stuff like that.
Seinfeld just gave up.
Let us know on Facebook.com/prettymuchit. Vote in the poll if it's even a poll anymore. I don't know. Oh,
It's a Facebook thing.
Hey,
pretty much it. Pretty much it.
Hashtag AskPMI. At Drew Bellomo.
You always go a little too far.
Drew
don't you?
Bellomo. Put out your fist. Put out your fist. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What?
I always go
Rock,
for this-
paper, scissors, shoot. You're all dead.
Oh.
At Doe and L, what's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
Oh, easy s'mores.
Brown sugar, cinnamon, followed by s'mores. S'mores in the fridge.
Ooh.
Oh my God!
I prefer them hot.
Sugar.
Brown sugar cinnamon.
Baby, brown
Also
sugar, cinnamon.
cookie dough and sundae.
You know what I don't like is like the strawberry. No, thanks.
Gross.
At I'm gonna say Javi 2013-30.
Javier.
Yeah. What was the last time you cried?
That's a good fucking question.
See, now I cry during movies all the time.
That's fine.
But actually cried
Yeah.
for like a problem or like
Yeah.
an issue. Or
Cry
something?
anytime. Last time you goddamn cried, and me tearing up a minute ago almost doesn't count. I have a funny one.
I'm really not trying to sound like a tough guy, but
I can't picture you crying much.
I actually there are some movies that do touch me emotionally. I'm trying
that's
to
fair.
trying to think
Incoherence?
of I cried my eyes out.
I feel
yeah.
like you'd cry at a movie because it's just so cool. Or
That's
no,
me-
that
that's me.
happens to me
Yeah.
a lot.
there
That's
are
me.
movies. There are movies that do strike a chord with me. Sometimes I go, oh.
I cried during Interstellar. I remember crying.
Oh,
Captain, you know what?
Yeah,
Always,
I did too.
The Wrestler always. Brings
Yeah.
Me, always
Okay.
brings me to the brink of like,
Nice.
Yeah, that's rough.
Say it
Yeah.
ain't so. Okay, I've got a funny one that's not movie related. I was drunk on a roof, and I don't
Oh,
remember
no.
where. I don't remember how this came up, but someone fell off. No, I'm kidding. And I cried.
It was me.
so sad. Yeah.
He died,
Yeah. No, and I don't know how this came up, but we were talking about like just people being famous or something like that, and I was like, drunkenly I was like, you want to know something real fucking sad and pathetic? In high school, I was voted most likely to be famous. I just started crying because I thought that was like the most pathetic thing you could be voted most
That's
something.
the
for.
funniest thing ever.
Most successful, cool. Most famous, like anybody can be famous for being a fucking moron.
So
So it's
what?
like it's almost an insult.
I don't think so.
Most likely to do some stupid shit that
I'd
people
like to
know
be
about.
most likely to do anything.
Doesn't mean good. Famous doesn't mean good.
Like if you're famous, it's good for you.
Hey,
If you wanna be
if I
just
decide to,
famous.
Yeah.
if I decide to shoot up a mall tomorrow, I'll be famous.
right. So
Yeah, you
but
will.
most
Yeah.
likely to be famous. There you go.
You gotta do something a little different though. Like be different. You gotta like wear like a Superman costume or something while
I'll
you
wear
do it.
I'll wear like a
Paul. Okay, well, go ahead.
a dinosaur costume.
Excellent.
Paul asked me. He was like, "Do you remember crying on the roof the other day?" and I was
You're
like,
like,
"Yes, I do.
yeah.
Yes, I do."
Yeah, I haven't cried for like a real reason though in a while. I haven't been sad. I've been
Um,
really the last like 6 months. I've been like happy every single day.
Really?
I've
Good.
never had-
Maybe
I've
you
never
stole
been
it
in a
from
bad
me,
mood.
Jake. I don't cry about my shit.
No,
but
I keep
I'm
it all
not-
on the
yeah.
inside. I
at-
should be crying every day.
I used to
At-
cry when girls broke up with me though.
Oh,
At
boo-hoo,
DM Dan
Jake.
Marlowe, what's your favorite mainstream pizza restaurant? I'm going with Domino's.
I'm
I
gonna
love
go-
Domino's pizza. I really do.
You know what? I had a realization the other day. It's funny that you asked this.
I'm gonna go with Domino's.
DM
You know what?
It's
Dan
not funny,
Mario.
but I'm kidding.
I think Domino's and Pizza Hut falls into the same category. They're both like the same kind of pizza.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you can't say like, "Oh, New York pizza's better." You shouldn't compare it because they're two completely different
Yeah, it's not
things.
real. It's like
It's
like,
different
it's like fast food
interpretations
pizza.
of
Fast food
pizza.
versus real
Somehow
food.
pizza is not fast
Yeah.
food unless it's like Domino's.
It's like a burger versus a Big Mac.
sure. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a realization the
yes.
other day. I had at the mall. I
That's
had
exactly perfect.
I call it Sbarro's. It's Sbarro's. I call
Oh, I
it.
forgot about that one.
I call it
Sbarro's.
Sbarro's.
You do or
And
don't like it?
I always talk shit on it.
No, it's good.
But
I love that grease.
I had it the other day, and I was like, okay, it's still like, but they got the crust right. Like the crust is pretty good. It's pretty like.
That's an
similar
art.
to-
There you
It's
go.
an art to get
Yeah.
that crust. You know what? I'm ashamed to be an American because in every Domino's and Pizza Hut all across the country, they've got such crazy fucking pizza. They don't bring it to America. In the UK, there's a Pizza Hut pizza that the crust is stuffed with hot dogs.
Oh Jesus.
Hey, I've been told I should be ashamed to be American because I thought American Sniper was just okay.
Everyone has been asking me why I didn't go to Sundance. That's the next question. But
Yeah.
I can't pick anything. I don't even want to fucking talk
He
about
doesn't
it.
have
I
any money
literally
anymore.
Yeah. I don't have enough money to go. I spent it all on going the other years. I literally texted my friend and just wrote this morning. Sundance begins tonight, and she wrote back, "Don't even get me started. It's
Don't
too
even.
depressing." Because we went together one year, and it's we're very sad that we're not there now. But I'm going next year. I don't give a shit. I will literally sleep on the street.
I'd
and not
like to
pay
go.
rent to go next year.
I'd like
much
to go
rather
1 year.
I want us all to go. You know,
Are we
we're all
good enough
going.
to go?
We're all going.
Like if I email Sundance and I'd be like, I'd like to come. Would
you
they
don't
say
want.
yes?
You don't want. I don't want the press pass. I want the expensive pass that gets you into every movie. The press pass is like you go in the end and you get shitty seats.
I want
Oh,
the,
really?
I want the best seats
Oh,
in the
okay.
house.
I didn't know
Yeah, I
how
want
it
the pass that makes us not stand on 5-hour lines.
Thank you, because then you only see one movie a day.
Yeah.
God, that
At
sucks.
Static Struck asked us, what's the last thing you ate? I made myself for breakfast. I made eggs and sausage,
I had a ham, egg, and cheese sandwich.
scrambled eggs.
I had a plain donut.
Very
Like a
nice.
plain, like
And
nothing on it.
finally, at Matt LeBron, what would you do with $1 million? Just like one thing. If you got $1 million right now, what's the first thing you would do? You think?
It's the Jewiest answer ever, but invest it.
No, that's a fair.
I would-
Mine is along
I would,
those lines.
I would figure out how to turn that 1 million
Into
into
10.
like into 10
Right, of
million.
course.
Yeah.
I'd,
That's smart.
Yeah.
I'd take 500,000 of it and buy some place to live.
A $500,000 home.
That's
fuck
the
yeah.
average in New York.
That's pretty cool.
That is, yeah. You probably
and
get a
then
penthouse.
The
Yeah.
rest, I'd probably like try. I'd pay enough money to invest, not just invest it, but pay someone who's good enough to invest it right.
Right.
Because I know I don't have the knowledge.
Yeah, so mine is similar to both of yours in a way. It's kind of it's an investment, definition wise, and it's home related. I would probably put it all away as my living reserve forever.
That's cool.
So I never have to
Never
worry
have to
about
worry.
paying rent.
Yeah,
ever
you know what? I
again.
actually have this conversation with myself all the time. If I won the lottery, if
I
it's-
wouldn't buy a place. I would
Yeah.
because I want to move around. I don't
Right.
want to be in
It's
one place right
either-
now.
That's cool.
It's
I like
either
that.
I would spend it on something crazy like a yacht, or I would just live a normal life and never have
to worry about
yeah.
anything.
That's
Go to
cool.
see any movie you want.
Yeah.
It's such a small
Go
thing
on
that you'd never have to
vacation
worry
whenever
about.
you
like,
want.
Let's, let's hop on a plane and
Right,
go
like,
to
but yeah,
Disneyland.
not
yeah.
live larger than life. Just live, no worries.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That
That's
is
cool.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So $1 million,
question.
please. Thank you.
Please.
Not taxed, please.
Hey, we should just all play the lottery every week. Let's just
No.
dump a whole bunch of money
No.
into that. Come on,
Giving money to the
guys.
man. You got to stick it to the man.
Yeah,
Don't
thanks,
play the lotto.
Obama.
Don't play
Yeah,
the lotto.
Obama's getting
Lotto's
his
just a way.
scratch off
Just think, if
tickets.
you spend $2, like this is what I think. Anytime I actually do get a scratch off,
What is this, Jake's opinion corner?
It is.
Yeah,
Here we go. You spend $2 on a lotto ticket, whatever. You spend $1 on a lotto ticket, you lose. You would have been so much better off if you got a Coke.
And
Had
that's
a
pretty
Coke
much
and a
it.
smile.
Oh no!
I ruined it.
I talked over the smile
I ruined
part.
it. Oh,
We have
ready?
to start the whole episode.
Ready?
Oh!